buddies, Valeri and Chara and the whole crew. What's your thoughts on just having them come here in town?
No, it'll be fun. I think a final, I think no matter who you're playing, you're up for it. So I got to play my guys, my friends, but I'm looking forward to it, and I'm sure they are.
What was that first experience like playing them in June when you played them for the first time?
No, it was just different. It was surreal. Obviously just wearing that jersey my entire career and then switching up and playing against them, it was weird. You play against a couple guys here and there, just national team duty, but to play against the whole team, it was a little different. But obviously, the whole season's gone by now, so I'm more used to it.
Zarek said that he would be sending you some trash talk texts during the week. Have you guys been communicating?
No trash talk. If during a game, he knows I don't talk, so yeah, just a little banter here and there, but nothing too crazy.
Are you going to be talking to guys beforehand, or is it kind of after the game you'll acknowledge that you are friends?
Probably just like how you doing text and things like that, but I have a lot of family coming in town, so I don't know if I'll get to see them, but I'm looking forward to seeing them on game day.
Is there anyone you keep in touch with in particular from that Timbers team?
Yeah, Elvis, I would say like my little brother, so Elvis Paul, I talk to him the most.
What was your impressions 2015? You were going up against Michael Parkhurst. What do you remember from that 2015 MLS Cup?
We just talked about this, obviously the 2 goals were just kind of, unusual, but it's first one scored in 29 seconds, 30 seconds, and the second one with the ball being out of bounds and all that. So we just talked about that a little bit, but now I'm happy he's on my team, and I'm sure vice versa, and I'm looking forward to it.
He was a guy you didn't get to see a lot then. Now that you play with him, what were your impressions of him and impressions of him now?
Honestly, he surprised me the most. Obviously, I knew he was a great player, but getting a chance to play with him, he's just so solid defensively as well as the way he sees the game and he reads the game. I'm having fun playing with him.
A lot people would say Providence Park was known for their tifos, one of the best. Now Atlanta's kind of giving them a run for their money. How do you compare the two, and what surprised you about Atlanta's tifos so far this season?
Obviously, both clubs, both great fan bases, great support from both clubs. But the one that surprised me the most this year was the one, I think, it was the last game when everyone held up the Vamos Atlanta. I thought that was pretty cool. That was pretty special. I've never seen anything like that, so it was good.
In 2015, when you were on the Timbers, you guys sort of were the underdogs. You came together at the right time and you won MLS Cup. It seems like they're following a similar path this year. What do you think it is about, based on your experience playing with the Timbers, that has allowed them in multiple years to be those underdogs that still make the run to the MLS Cup?
I just think heating up at the right time. I would say they've done well. Past couple of games, obviously in the playoffs as well. So I just think everyone has belief over there, and we have belief as well. So it'll make for a good game.
How does your time with the Timbers, help you prepare for facing them?
It's a different coach, different system. A couple of new guys. So I don't know how much it'll help, but the coaching staff have done a great job scouting them and how they played this year. They haven't asked me too many questions. Obviously, they know it's a new coach and things like that. So all we can do is try to focus on what they did this year and build from there.
After you got here, when did you kind of have a moment that's like, wow, this team can actually win it all?
Sorry, you scared me. I didn't know you were down.
Sorry.
Can you say that again?
When did you realize after you got here that that this team was good enough to play for it all?
Before I got here, I would say, obviously with the roster that they had before, and then some of the guys that they brought in this year, and obviously with the chemistry that they had from last year, bringing into this year, and the coaching staff and everything. So I think everyone kind of penciled us into the finals, but I think for us, I think we always knew we had the potential to be here.
What excited you? Obviously, you've been with the Timbers your entire professional career. What excited you about coming to Atlanta this year?
Just everything about it. Obviously Tata's here, a great coach. He's been coached some of the best players in the biggest clubs, and then obviously the guys that are on the team here. So I think it's just it's a good location for any player to want to come to. I'm close to Ohio.
What does that organization mean to you, considering you spent most of your career there?
Oh, it means a lot. I went there when I was 19 or 20, and got married there, had my kids there. So my whole adult life pretty much happened there. So obviously it'll always be like a home to me. So I love the city, I love the fans and everything that they did for me, and I'm grateful for it.
If you win a cup here, do you think it'll mean more or mean the same as your first one over there?
I won't know until it happens. Obviously the emotions that you have after the game will be able to dictate that.
Has the hype around this game changed at all in 2-3 years since the last time you played in it?
It's hard to tell. It's just a different scenario, different. Be on this side of it now, where people think we're expected to win, but you know, I think in the final anything can happen, no matter which team is seen as a better team or who's the underdog. I think in the final anything goes.
Hey Darlington, so you know this team as well as anybody. Portland, what's the scouting report on them? What's it going to take to beat them?
I just think focusing on what we've done. I think throughout the playoffs we focused on taking advantage of what the teams have given us. Whether if they allow us to play out the back, we take that. If they force us to go direct, and I think we've done a good job of that as well. So, you know, it's a final. It's a final. Anything goes. You know, anything can happen.